Okay, let's find out more about this absolutely infuriating situation in the UK.
Here's the story. We'll start with this from the Telegraph. This is massive news. I know it's over in the UK, but it is terrifying. Police treated stab victim as a racist while he lay dying.
That happened. That is idiotic white privilege nonsense. Everyone white is racist type thinking this being taught and indoctrinated into British police, apparently.
Officers handcuffed teenager as he bled to death after...
The stab victim, the guy who was attacked and stabbed, police arrive. Instead of helping the victim, bring him to the hospital, they handcuff him, put him in the back of a car, making sure he died. I mean, police hadn't been there. Maybe someone else could have helped him and brought him to the hospital, but they made sure this kid died.
After they fell for the attacker's wicked lies. Now, why did they fall for his wicked lies? Because that's the system that has been built in the West. That when the minority says they're the victim, the police default to white person bad. This innocent young man, 18...
A white country that is never involved in slavery or anything. Why does it believe this nonsense? Why is a colored person that immigrants, most likely illegally into the country, now suddenly is more privileged than the white person that's been living there for generations?
18 years old, Henry Novak, described as a soft, gentle soul, was walking home after hanging out with some friends, and this guy, a Sikh, stabbed him with a ceremonial blade. The family helped cover the whole thing up, hid the weapons, lied to the police claiming he wasn't stabbed, claimed he was a racist who attacked them, and so as he lay dying, they cuff him, the murder victim, as he lay dying. Now you get this. This is amazing. From inews.co.uk. British far-right agitators spark violence over Novak death. The Home Secretary has described disorder in Southampton as completely unacceptable after protesters threw bins and flares at police officers. We've got this video.
I mean, the police murdered this guy. The guy who stabbed him caused the wound, but he could have lived if the police had brought him to the hospital. The police are complicit in murder here. Police are murderers. I'm not going to hear any excuse. Well, I believed him when he said the white guy was a racist. No, fuck you. Whoever these police officers are, they need to go to jail.
Of the riots breaking out, and I wonder, do we have audio on this one? I think there's just no audio on it. Huh? Oh, it's just muted.
I mean, the police are the enemy. The police are murdering the British people.
Bad.
Asmongold makes a good point about these
also
protests.
This story, by the way, this is the fucking, like, what do you call it, Henry Nowak story, right? This story has 1.3 million posts about it right now. I don't know if this is new today. Thousands. Wait, this is all Southampton police. Oh my god. Wow. Jesus, that's a lot of fucking people. It
That's
sure
a
is
lot of people.
happening right now. Yeah, this is happening right now. I don't know if it's actually right now because it'll probably be more in the evening in the UK now. But yeah, this is good. I'm glad. And stop shouting. Yeah, not very diverse. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's because the crime obviously had a racial connotation. It clearly did. I think everybody knows.
In places like India, Pakistan, or places we call third world, police do something like this, like kill an innocent kid. The protesters don't just protest. They march into a police station, find the officers, hang them, set the police building on fire. And actually, that is that almost to me more sane response than this nonsense of peaceful protest when the police blatantly murder people.
That but people don't want to admit it because it's like improper to say so. And you got wow, oh my god, look at all these people. So there's a huge protest going out outside of the police station for the protest for Henry Nowak. It's going to blow over. The thing is that keep in mind that I'm going to say something, and I don't want this to be interpreted the wrong way, but I think it should be acknowledged as being a reality. Protests, the reason why protests signal danger to the government is because of the implicit threat of violence.
Yes.
That's the reason why protests signal threat and signal danger to the government.
Yeah. You want to prevent the police from murdering another kid? You hold those police officers to account.
Nobody here is going to be violent. Protests generally are not violent. If you want to look at why were protests back in the day really scary for the government, it's because the people were there with pitchforks. It's because they were there with torches. It's because they were there with spears, and they were going to literally kill you. Now protests are just people getting mad, and then they get done, and then they vote the same way. I'm not saying that you should, be violent. I don't think that you should be. But what I'm saying is that these big protests to me.
I'm not saying it should be violent either, but these two police officers should no longer be on the force. They should be in jail at the very minimum. And you protest, you make that happen. If you need to break some, get your point across, maybe, yeah, some violence that people don't die, if that's necessary. I'd be for it. I can't even say that on Twitch probably or YouTube, so I won't say that, but you need protest. Okay, fine. Protest is a good first step.
Here's what my point is. These really big protests are completely impotent. They are completely and totally impotent. They accomplish nothing. They make people feel better. It's basically the worst of both worlds, where they are massively disruptive and they achieve nothing, and they give people a false sense of success whenever they've actually done nothing. Voting works. That's what you should be doing. If you don't like what happened with Henry Nowak, you need to be voting for Restore Britain. You need to be voting for fucking deporting the people that are doing the stabbing. That's the reason why the protests are so important. I understand that they're important. And you know what? You do bring up a good point. You do. Because consensus matters. And
yes, showing the amount of people angry about this matters.
Making yourself known matters. And I don't want to seem like I'm against the protests. I'm not against the protests, but I think that I also am acknowledging that these protests come with a big caveat that a lot of them don't really achieve a real large tangible goal. Right? And protesters venting vests? Yes, exactly. And so they just feel useless.
Well, look what happened with George Floyd and how they convicted an officer that I believe was innocent and sent him to jail over that. Protests matter. If they could, you need the George Floyd movement over here to hold the officers to account.
Well, protest without voting means nothing. I think that's really what it comes down to, right? You're watching a PlayStation event? Yeah, yeah.
And on that note, in George Floyd protests, they actually used violence and they achieved what they were protesting for.
Let me look at this here. Oh my God. Turn down a little bit. Trying to storm the police station. You're rather wrong on this one? Well, I think historically I'm not. I do think, verifiably, historically, I'm not wrong, number one. And number two, I think that definitely governments don't take protests as seriously because they know it'll just blow over in a few days.
No, that's not the only reason. The reason they don't take them seriously is if people are protesting for something like this, mainstream media is not going to cover it. Remember, the true enemy is mainstream media. The protest is big. This should be plastered over every mainstream media. And size, interview, it should dominate the mainstream media in the UK. And outside the UK, too, to an extent, given how horrific the story is. That's not going to happen. And that's why politicians worry less about protests. Is if they know it's not for something there's like... they're protesting anti-ICE. That'll get plenty of coverage because that's something the deep state wants people to see. But this type of protest, they feel they can ignore it because the media won't report on it.
I think that's true. That comes from both sides, too.
For afterwards.
These are riots? I mean, I would say, I just want voting. I want voting. I want people to vote. Contradicted yourself? I didn't contradict myself. How did I contradict myself? This is going to be me explaining nuance to an individual. How did I contradict myself?
I want voting too. I want another kid not to die bleeding in the back of a police car, handcuffed when he was a victim of a stabbing. That's what I want.
How do I do it? Because this is a complex topic. I know it's a complex topic, so people are going to get misled and confused. So that's why I pulled him up, so he can understand it. What's that contradiction? You support the Iran protests and they don't have any voting? Yeah. Exactly. Because they can't vote, so what else can they do? I'm just going to ban you.
But Asmongold, then what about Germany that's thinking of banning the AfD? If they banned the AfD, the anti-immigration policy party in Germany, would you be okay with violence in Germany after that? Because there's no one to vote for if you're anti-immigration if your party gets banned. It's just voting alone is enough. You need to have the right candidates to vote for.
You're getting banned. You're getting banned. I'm just banning you. You're getting banned. I don't want to read it. I don't want to hear your opinion. I don't want to listen to it. It's a waste of everybody's time. Anyway.
Yep.
Jesus, look at everybody. God damn. Ah, damn.
Asmongold is in real danger of getting banned if he actually ever calls for violence, and that's why I should not. If I made the impression that I was doing that, I shouldn't be doing that either. I think that things need to change, absolutely need to change, and voting would be the best way to do that. Protesting is helpful, but whatever is necessary to get the message through. Because it's not working so far.
That's a lot of fucking people. That is a lot of fucking people. Holy shit. God damn.
Absolutely shocking behaviour here.
Look how peaceful they are. Yeah, nothing's getting vandalized, at least so far. Yeah, doing the Lord's work. I mean, hopefully something happens. I do, but you know, like I'm not really.
Yeah, that time he did barely let the viewer talk, but you have to understand that viewer, I think, might have been trying to bait Asmongold into saying something he could get banned for. I think that's why Asmongold banned him right away. And like this was a bad actor trying to get Asmongold deplatformed. And I think that's why. Also, I think that Asmongold right now is just angry. I'm angry about this too. That what happened to what was it? His name? Henry Novak is just infuriating.
Expecting to see that, but I'm hoping, right? I mean, hopefully you see actual. It is this or death. And so anyway, so this is what Rupert Lowe said about it. Enough is enough. A deep line needs to be drawn in the sand. Talk is weak. Britain needs to say no more, and I mean it. A Restore Britain government with the British people's approval would put Vikram Digwa to death. Henry.
Yeah, he killed a kid.
Nowak was stabbed by Digwa 5 times, including twice in the back of his legs, once in the face, and a fatal wound to the chest.
Yes. You don't want this guy walking the streets.
Rather than calling an ambulance, Digwa filmed Harry. Digwa gave the knife to his mother, and it was found by police at their home along with 20 other weapons. Keeping the savage alive serves nobody. He really is that guy, man.
Yeah.
Keeping this savage alive serves nobody. Fucking exactly. The police officers on the scene who
agreed 100% with everything this Lowe is saying.
Henry to die will face criminal charges for gross negligence manslaughter. Digwa's foreign family will be deported. Laws will change. The country will change. Everything will change. Order will be restored. The law will be restored. Britain will be restored. Oh yeah. My God. Like, you couldn't have asked for a better outcome like this. And also, he made another post about this. This one was like,
what did Elon say?
A better outcome like this. And also, he made another.
It is this or death. Yeah, because the police are literally working to kill the British people now at this point. This kid should never have died.
Another post about this. This one was like, let me see if I could find, where is it here? Can I find the other post that he made? Yeah, here we go. This is nuts. For those mainly Pakistani men who have inflicted the very worst pain imaginable on innocent British children, please know this. There will come a day when the power of the British state that concealed your atrocious crimes for so very long is turned against you. It will be swift, it will be brutal, and it will be severe. Because if Restore Britain gets a sniff of power, there will be a reckoning. I promise you that. We will show you the same mercy you showed our girls. Your race and religion will protect you no longer. A message will be sent that is heard across the entire world. If you rape our children, you will pay for it, and you will pay for it with everything. This is what Restore Britain will do.
I support this 100%. UK government. The story about grooming gangs broke back in 2003. And since then, the government and the media has been covering it up. And has been allowed untold number of girls to be raped.
How do you not vote for this guy? Thank fucking God. Like, I actually think this is one of the only people in all of Western politics that says what I want them to say. This is exactly it. Like, this is exactly what this is what I want Trump to say. This is what I want.
Asmongold would vote for this guy. 100%. None of this pussyfooting around. He's not extreme enough. He would vote for this guy.
Marco Rubio to say, J.D. Vance. This is it. Can he restore America too? I'd like to see that. I want an American one. We do. We need an American one of this guy. We do. No gray area. No. There's no gray area. There's no performative hostility or anything else. It's just literally how it's going to be. Rotting in jail is too good for this scumbag. And again, like, I'm really, really happy to see this. And so Indiana covered up for Vikram Digwa must be immediately deported. Restore Britain government will eradicate DEI. I mean, I'm entirely uninterested in making exemptions for un-British religious practices. What would Restore Britain do? Halal slaughter banned. The Kirpan banned. Kosher slaughter banned. The burqa banned. This is Britain. Nope, no more. We're done, bro. They do this, I might have to move, bro. Like, this is some crazy ass shit.
He might actually move.
They're really thinking about it in a whole different way. Oh my God. Don't forget the Polish minister. I like him too. He's good. That's just sane. Yeah, I mean, this is just insane, man. And all will be equal. Un-British religious practices will not be tolerated or accepted. Yeah, it's just not even a question. So we must remove the third world migrants who put their clan above all else, including the rule of British. Exactly what I said.
Yes.
If that means all clans must be deported, if that means entire clans are deported, then that is what must happen.
Yep.
So
There shouldn't be clans in Western countries.
they take office, this dude dies. Wow. What a campaign promise. We're just gonna fucking kill him. Oh my God. And as it should, yeah, finally we get somebody that's taking these things seriously. Holy shit, how long has this taken? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with all of this. Anyway, that's enough. We covered the situation and what should happen. And I support Restore Britain. And this guy, he deserves the death penalty for murder. Anyway, this will be on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Come watch some Kick or Twitch. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.